Welcome to the ILM Managing Recruitment module, brought to you by Professional Futures. This set of videos will help you on your way to completing the module successfully. I'm Tracy Callahan, and I'll be taking you through this module using a series of videos which you can use alongside the workbook if you've chosen that route. I'll also provide you with some top tips for successful completion of the module. I've worked in HR for over 18 years and currently teach ILM and CIPD HR modules, so I've used my industry knowledge to select some suitable, relevant and insightful articles for you to read, which will help you to broaden and deepen your understanding of the topic. This video is the first in a series of 14 videos which are designed to take you through the subject of recruitment and selection. The Managing Recruitment and Selection module can be completed in a number of ways. If you are following the accredited route, where the assessment is in the form of an ILM assignment, you will complete the workbook which will help you to structure your learning. Alternatively, you may have chosen the non-accredited format, in which case you'll follow the activities in the video, and that will help you to broaden and deepen your understanding of the topic. If you've chosen the accredited route, the contents will include a workbook which will cover the whole module, a set of slides broken down one for each section, and a video again for each section. Following the non-accredited route, you will select the videos for each section. If you've chosen the accredited route, the final video will provide you with all the top tips that you'll need to successfully complete your assignment. If you've chosen the non-accredited route, this final video is still worth watching, as you may decide that once you've completed all the work, you would like to top up and gain accreditation. Let's have a look at the content of the module in more detail. The Managing Recruitment and Selection module is a Level 5 module and it holds a credit value of 5. There are 24 guided learning hours associated with this unit, and you'll notice that the videos alone don't account for the full 24 hours. However, you will be directed through the videos to complete a series of activities which you'll be able to complete either in your workbook or in an alternative space. In addition to this, there is recommended reading provided, and you'll be directed to this throughout the videos. Completion of both the activities and the additional reading will account for the full 24 hours. The aim of the module is to develop understanding and ability to manage recruitment as required by a practicing or potential middle manager. So whether you're in this position already or whether you're aspiring to become a manager who may need to manage the recruitment and selection process, your experiences will help you to complete the activities along the way. There are 2 learning outcomes associated with this module, and the learning outcomes are: number 1, the learner will be able to understand human resource planning in an organisation, and number 2, you'll be able to plan and implement recruitment in line with legal and organisational requirements. Let's now move on and have a look at the assessment criteria associated with each of these outcomes. Learning outcome 1, which is understand human resource planning in an organisation, is split into 3 assessment criteria. Assessment criteria 1.1 is explain the role and relevance of human resource planning in an organisation. Assessment criteria 1.2 is assess the impact of legal requirements on human resource planning in the organisation. And assessment criteria 1.3 is assess the impact of organisational policies and procedures of human resource planning in the organisation. So let's take a look at where you'll find information to help you answer these assessment criteria. For assessment criteria 1.1, understanding human resource planning in an organisation, I split this topic into 5 smaller chunks. Here you'll see video 2 includes talent, succession and workforce planning, whilst video 3 looks at the type of contract or the workers you need to plan. Video 4 explains redundancy and redeployment in HR planning, and number 5 outlines recruitment and selection. To bring this topic to an end, we've got video 6, where we consider the legal aspects of recruitment and selection. When you're trying to answer assessment criteria 1.1 to 1.3, it's important to make note of the verbs. You're asked to explain and you're asked to assess. If you're asked to assess, this means that you examine the topic and you make a judgment, for example, as to how the legal requirements have an impact on the role of HR planning. If you're asked to explain, this means that you give some description with an account of the practices. So it's advisable here to watch all 5 videos before you attempt to answer Learning Outcome 1. Let's move on and have a look at Learning Outcome 2. For Learning Outcome 2, this is designed to enable you to plan and implement recruitment in line with legal and organisational requirements. And again, you'll see this is split across 3 assessment criteria. 2.1 asks you to describe the recruitment process in your own organisation, and you need to do this from the identification of a vacancy right through to the appointment of the successful candidate. Assessment criteria 2.2 asks you to justify a need for recruitment in your own areas of responsibility, whilst assessment criteria 2.3 asks you to implement the recruitment process in your own area of responsibility, and you need to ensure that all procedures are followed and necessary records are kept in line with legal and organisational requirements. So let's have a look at how the videos can support you to answer assessment criteria 2.1 to 2.3. The information for Learning Outcome 2 has been split across 7 videos to allow you to look at these topics in more detail. Video 7 includes job analysis, whilst Video 8 looks at job descriptions and person specifications. Video 9 examines advertising vacancies, whilst Video 10 looks at the selection process. Video 11 considers interviews and the different types of interviews, and Video 12 examines the skills that you'll need to successfully carry out those interviews. And Video 13 focuses on other selection techniques. If you consider the assessment criteria for Learning Outcome 2, that is assessment criteria 2.1, 2.2 and 2.3, you'll remember that you were asked to describe, justify and implement the recruitment processes. If you're following the accredited route, it's really important that you consider the meaning of these verbs. For example, in assessment criteria 2.1, where it asks you to describe the recruitment process, here you will be giving an account of the principal features and you would focus on the important steps. For 2.2, you're being asked to justify a need for recruitment in your own area. So for this, you will present an argument for the need for recruitment. And for 2.3, you're asked to implement the recruitment process, and you will be guided through this by an activity at the appropriate stage. The final video in this series is video 14, and this video includes a summary of the whole module, some final checks, and some important top tips which will help you to successfully complete your assignment. If you have any queries, including need for extra support or tutorials, please contact us on info@professionalfutures.com. We're now ready to move through the video series, so if you have the workbook, turn to page 5 and move on to video 2. Visit our website where you can access the full course on managing recruitment. This includes a really useful assignment guide full of top tips to help you pass your assignment. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you never miss a new unit. And finally, enjoy watching your next video.